Chapter 1 The Curse of Brambly Hedge, Part 1. Long ago, in an age so happy that neither you nor I will ever see its like, there was a town, and this town was called Putney. Good Mother Luck smiled on Putney, for the king was as wise as he was kindly. The land was at peace, and the bustling port drew trade ships from far and wide. Any merchant or craftsman whose shutters opened on Putney's narrow streets had his fortune made, as surely as if those streets had been paved with gold. The townsfolk were as happy as the days were long, and life was as easy as an old shoe.
There you'll see Quindinasaurus.
Life in the castle, however, was as different as chalk is from cheese. Contentment did not sit back of the stove there, I can tell you. Though they had all that was good for them, and more besides, the king and queen lacked but one thing to make them entirely happy.
Chasing for the Minotaurus.
Your Highness.
Scaring dragons from the shore.
Just practicing, huh?
Again?
Time passed, and, wish as hard as they could, no baby ever came. The queen grew more despondent every day.
Practice?
Nothing could cheer her up. At last, the king decided to seek professional help. Deep in the forest outside Putney, there lived a dozen wise women. Of course, they were witches!
There he is! Is it really the king?
Where? Ooh, he's good looking.
I think he's ugly.
Shh.
There goes Molly.
Good morning, Your Highness.
I'm looking for a Mother Medora.
She's right inside. Come on in.
Please excuse my manners, Your Highness, but this is at a crucial stage. Can't let it burn. Perfect.
Is that a magic potion?
Generally, it's not a good idea to ask a witch what she's cooking. However, I'm just making toffee for the little ones. What can I do for you today?
The Queen and I desperately want a child of our own. Can you help us?
It's not an easy procedure, but it can be done.
How much?
600 thalers.
600!
It's not an easy procedure.
How do you want it?
Half up front, the balance due on delivery.
Personal check, okay?
Cash only. Sorry.
Well.
We'll start with some herbal tea and a few basic fertility charms. Now, this afternoon, have the Queen go to Fluvial's pond to bathe. Alone. She must heed carefully everything she sees and hears there.
Got it. Thank you, Mother Medora.
Anything to help out the royal family.
And make 600 thalers?
Oh, that too. Well, girls, if that don't legitimize the business, nothing will. Let's get to work.
Even deeper in the forest lived another witch, but the king was loath to visit her, for the arts she practiced were as black as the inside of your hat at midnight.
Hey, Mom, heard the news?
News is what I pay you for, demon. What is it?
Ouch. Here, the king's paying old Medora 600 smackers to give him and the queen a baby of their own.
What?
Hey, don't stop.
That's right, 600 thalers. You heard it here first.
Everyone knows I'm the foremost witch in this kingdom. Why would the king take his business to Medora's gang of fools? This could discredit my reputation and put me out of business. You'd better not be lying, Leeds.
Hey, don't point that thing at me as if it's loaded.
Medora must be pulling some kind of scam. If I can't make a real baby, surely she can't. Or can she?
Why don't you just ask her?
What a wonderful idea, Leeds.
Ouch.
Let's you and I pay her a visit.
That afternoon, the Queen went for a little dip. Before long, she was accosted by a frog.
Hello.
Hello.
Now the Queen was as clever as she was beautiful, and knew full well that witches often used frogs as their familiars, sending them abroad to listen and to speak for them. The frog told her to take this and that, and to do thus and so with them, and the Queen listened closely to every word.
That's it?
That's it. Within a year, you'll have a baby.
Oh, thank you. Can I get out now?
Sure. I see you hiney, pink, white, and shiny.
Hey!
No, wasn't me. It was one of those other frogs.
Prut.
Meanwhile, back in the forest,
Come on, Leeds. Must you stop at every tree?
I can't go any further. They've cast some kind of protective circle. I can't cross it.
Oh, they have they? How come I'm not affected then?
Obviously, you're expected.
Oh,
Your sister's here.
Let her in.
Medora.
Long time no see, Mould. Set your bony self down somewhere.
Since when does the king come to you for help? He's never even recognised witchcraft as a valid industry. I've had a reputation in this business years longer than you. This is an insult.
You may have a reputation, but you don't have a monopoly. Besides, can you even do a real baby?
Oh, and you can?
All these years you've spent sneaking and spying, I've spent learning and practicing. And so the tortoise passes the hare. I can give them a real baby, Mould. What can you do? Pick up a 5-penny changeling at the goblin market?
That's not a bad idea, sister. I can get a changeling for next to nothing these days, and the goblins would pay handsomely for a pretty little royal baby. We pull a quick switch, split the profit, and no one the wiser. What do you say?
Get out.
You and the king will both be sorry for this, Medora. We'll see who gets the last laugh.
what the frog had said came true. The king couldn't contain himself for joy.
It's a girl!
Congratulations!
Down.
That night, the king and queen were happier than all of Putney combined.
There's news.
I had a feeling.
Better sit down. Last night, the Queen gave birth to a very real baby girl. They're naming her Medora. They're planning a huge christening feast with the King's witches as guests of honor. Guess you, weren't invited, Maud. Maud?
The feast was held with all manner of splendour. To honour the witches, the king had solid gold place settings made for each of them.
Do we get to keep these?
I sure hope so.
Everybody in Putney rejoiced. Well, almost everybody.
Why do we have to walk everywhere?
Because that broomstick business is bull, and horses don't like me.
I like you.
Shut up. Leave the talking to me.
You're the boss.
Halt! Invitation only.
I've come to join my sisters. I recognise you. You're Tom Oakes, aren't you? How's the miller's daughter? Your wife found out about you two yet?
How do you know?
Of course you'll let me in.
I'm with her.
Thank you.
Way to go. You didn't have to do nothing to him.
They all have dirty little secrets, Leeds. They do it to themselves.
A toast to the witches.
Hip hip!
We'd like to show our appreciation for this great honor by each bestowing a special gift on the princess. Mindy, let's start with you.
You remember what to do?
I make a come-true wish for the baby.
That's right.
Your Highness,
Aww.
I wish the princess would always have lots of good things to eat. Just like today. Your turn, Mouse.
Oh, she'll never be scared. She'll have lots of friends and never have to do chores.
She'll be strong.
Charming.
Oh, hooey. I'll be right there.
Thank you.
She'll be beautiful.
Happy.
Obedient. Generous.
Dame Mauld, what a surprise. We weren't expecting you. I regret we have no extra place setting available.
That's quite all right, steward. I didn't come to dine.
But
we didn't.
She'll be graceful as a fawn.
Well, well. I'm glad I didn't miss all the festivities.
Don't try anything, Baldy. You'd better believe everyone in this room is protected.
I have no ill intentions for anyone in this room, sister. You have my word. You did a good job. You should all be proud. I predict she'll be an irresistible child, so beautiful, modest, and good-natured that everyone who sees her is bound to love her.
What's she doing?
She's up to something. Write down every word she says.
Fully blessed with all my sister's gifts for 15 years. And on her 15th birthday, Princess Perfect will prick her finger on a spindle and drop down dead.
Stop! You can't!
Oh, yes, I can. A changeling would have brought you less grief.
How could this happen? I thought the baby was protected.
The baby was, but not the 15-year-old princess. Magic is a dicey thing, Your Highness. It's all in the wording and timing.
Can't you just remove it?
I don't have the power to remove a death curse. Best I could do is maybe soften it. But there's not a lot of attractive options, and there has to be a loophole in the curse.
I may have one. Like you say, it's all in the wording. Maud says she'll be fully blessed with all my sister's gifts. However, you still haven't given your gift. Mother Medora, you can actually change the curse as your gift.
Molly, you're a genius. Bring on the baby. I have a very special christening gift for you, little Medora. You won't drop dead when you prick your finger on a spindle on your 15th birthday. Instead, you'll fall into a deep sleep. protected for 100 years, to be awakened by the prince who is your one true love.
100 years? Isn't there another way?
Maybe there is. Bertamon, issue a proclamation. From this day forward, the art of spinning is outlawed. Anyone in the kingdom found in possession of distaff, wheel, or spindle will be put to death.
Mother Medora is here, sire. She brought the, gentleman. His name is Rumpelstiltskin. He's a spinning genius.
He's agreed to come here once a year and spin enough yarn for the entire kingdom in one night.
In exchange for...
The Queen's child?
None of your hijinks. You know the trouble that'll get you into.
Okay. A bushel sack of silver. Ow!
Can he be trusted?
He's okay. Old habits die hard, but he's learned from his mistakes. How's the Queen?
Not well. He's still paranoid that all this won't do any good.
My, what a lovely bonfire. It'll probably burn all night. Too bad it just won't do any good.
You're taking this thing way too far, Mold. You know how the big boss feels about cursing an innocent baby.
I didn't curse the baby. I cursed the 15-year-old.
That's a technicality. You know how the big boss feels about technicalities. Your ego's getting in the way of your common sense. If you'd told me what you were planning, I could have talked you out of it.
Then I'm glad I didn't. I've been insulted and my reputation's been tarnished. I have every right to my revenge. And nothing is going to stop me.
Just don't say I didn't warn you.
Lost.
Not again.
That's the third night this week. Better start packing.
You're sure this isn't Maud's doing?
No, it's the townsfolk. I've seen it before. Next, they'll be lighting one of us on fire.
It's not fair. It's not our fault spinning was outlawed.
Yeah, can't the king do something about it?
All he could do is give us sanctuary in the castle. You wouldn't want to be cooped up for the rest of your life, would you, Mickey?
No way!
We're better off starting over, someplace new.
I'm curious. What gift were you going to give the princess before Mel showed up?
Wisdom.
Well, luckily she is a princess. She'll always have somebody around to be wise for her.
I certainly hope so, Molly. I certainly hope so.
Chapter 2. The Curse of Brambly Hedge, Part 2.
Happy birthday to you. You live in a zoo. You look like a monkey. And you smell like one too. Happy birthday!
Guess what you got?
New handmaidens?
Ha ha. Count Cristobal sent you 15 dozen roses.
I think he likes you.
Too bad I don't like him. Why are there no cute boys around here?
Mr. Bertamon wants you to come to the Great Hall as soon as you finish breakfast. Your folks aren't back yet.
They're 2 weeks late! They promised me they'd be back for my birthday.
Maybe they're bringing you a handsome prince.
Ooh.
Maybe they're bringing me new handmaidens.
Elsewhere.
I don't know what's happened. It's like the coach just leapt off the road.
It's okay, Sid. We just need to get rolling again, ASAP.
This is the 9th time we've been delayed. Bridges out, roads flooded, broken wheels, food poisoning. It's as if we were cursed.
The same morning, Mould also made her way to the castle. She rode the Opinicus, and she carried a spindle.
What a beautiful day for a killing. Take me to the big tower.
This is the last time, Maud. After this, we're even.
Yes, yes. After today, I'll ride the devil himself as my steed, and he'll be happy for the privilege.
Your ego has made you blind, deaf, and stupid, woman. Only a fool would speak thus about their master.
Mind your own business. Just be here when I'm through.
Hey diddle dinkerty popperty pet, the merchants of London they wear scarlet, silk in their collar and gold in their hem, so merrily march the merchantmen.
Shh! Look who's waiting down there.
You, Count Cristobal.
Looks like he wants to ask you something important.
Prut. I know. Let's hide in the tower until he goes away.
I don't know. Mr. Bertamon wanted us to come right down.
Come on. He'll get tired of waiting pretty soon.
Hopefully before lunch.
Look at the time. Medora's awake already. She's really going to love this watch we got for her, Walter. Walter?
I'm sorry. I was just wishing Mother Medora hadn't disappeared.
Well, it's been a great vacation, folks, but this is my stop.
Aha! Just like a spider, I find the perfect spot, spin a web, then catch some flies.
Maybe we'll find some boys in one of these rooms.
Maybe we'll find some food.
Nah, these rooms are only used for holding political prisoners and stuff. Otherwise, they're all empty. Oh.
Hello?
What are you doing?
Excuse us, just passing through.
Spinning. Want to try?
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
Medora?
Ow!
Oh no, she fainted.
Look, her hand's bleeding.
We better put her on the bed. Maybe she banged her head on the floor.
Wake up, Medora.
Where did that old lady go?
Oh, I can't stand the sight of blood. I feel dizzy.
Don't crap out now, Patience. You have to go get help.
As for Maud, she realised almost immediately it wasn't the real Opinicus she was riding off into the sunrise. Too late, she learned the error of her ways. Well, hindsight is always clearest, as they say.
I lose more friends that way. They never listen. They never learn.
Mr. Bertamon!
Geoffrey, have they found the princess?
Not yet, but the sentry says the king and queen are in Putney.
Oh, God.
Those girls really are in trouble if they're not back when the king and queen get home, huh?
They may already be. Go help look.
Yes, sir.
Can't we go any faster?
Everybody's celebrating the princess's birthday. The crowd's blocking the street.
Something terrible has happened, Walter. I can feel it.
To hell with the crowd, Sid. Step on it.
Gangway!
Look out!
What's that noise?
Mr. Bertamon! Nobody can find the princess. And now everyone's falling asleep.
Asleep? Oh no! Not the whole castle.
Once the dust settled, the horrified townsfolk found themselves quite alone, without king or castle to protect them. Many, fearing the town was cursed as well, packed whatever they could carry and left immediately. Others fell to looting, burning, and fighting amongst themselves. Then they too also fled. Weeds claimed the town just as the woods had claimed the castle. Eventually, there was nothing left of Happy Putney but silence and ruins and the legend of a haunted castle. Chapter 3: The Curse of Brambly Hedge, Part 3. A century passed, just like that. A young prince travelling through a neighbouring land heard an old man tell of the story of the Brambly Hedge, and how the castle behind it held a wonderful princess, waiting for the arrival of a brave prince to break the spell she was under. Naturally, he felt destined for the job. Luckily for him, he was. For over the years, many other princes had tried to get through to the castle, only to get caught fast in the thorns and die a miserable death. But the 100 years had passed, and this time the thorns parted from each other of their own accord, and let him pass unhurt.
This is so creepy. Huh? I must go up there. Wow! I love you. Marry me.
Okay.
What's your name?
Excuse me, Mr. Bertamon. Guess I dozed off for a minute.
I'm afraid you've slept a lot longer than that, Geoffrey. We'd really better find the princess now.
Oh, hiya, guys. This is Hans. Hans, this is Patience, Prudence, and Plenty.
Hey.
What is going on here?
Hans saved me from being asleep and we're in love, so we're gonna get married and I'll be his queen and we'll have 6 kids, 3 boys and 3 girls, and we'll live in a fabulous palace.
Mr. Bertamon. She's gone cuckoo.
Asleep for 100 years? And the king and queen are gone?
And the town is gone. But if we're awake, then the princess is too. That means there must be a prince here somewhere. Once we find them, we can figure out what's going on.
Yoo-hoo!
Your Highness! Oh, thank goodness we found you.
Yes, isn't it exciting? I want everyone to meet Prince Hans, my one true love. I waited a century for him and he braved a fearsome path to bring us together, as we were fated to be since the beginning of all time and until the end of all time. Destined to take our rightful place in history beside Romeo and Juliet, Arthur and Guinevere.
What?
Inseparable and everlasting as the sun and the moon and the earth and the sky. No greater love could withstand the test of time and patience our 2 hearts shared. A magnificent day of great fortune and power. So you see, we really must be together.
Here's the stuff you wanted for your room, Medora.
Thanks. Hans could just load it on his horse.
But you mean you're leaving? Right now? Do you really think that's, well, wise?
Of course. I'm the royal princess, aren't I? I'm really gonna miss you guys, but I'm so happy you understand I need to do this.
Well, actually...
Alright, promise. Bye!
Okay. So, what do we do now?
That all happened a long time ago.
Long time. Long time.
And the castle's been a refuge ever since then.
Oh, not at first.
we all stayed on, having nowhere else to go. And we couldn't just abandon our home.
Unlike some people.
She only wrote us once.
Anyway, eventually people braved the legends and started coming around. Some stayed, some didn't. We're the only originals left, now that Mr. Bertamon is gone.
God rest his soul.
We're so glad you're staying to take his place, Mr. Adjutant.
Please call me Rackham.
Someday, this castle will have a king again, Mr. Rackham. We'll just keep waiting for him.
We hope you'll enjoy living here.
Oh, I'm sure I will, ladies. I'm sure I will.
The end.